Hello everyone, welcome to my new channel. If you haven't seen my last video, feel free to check it out. Hope you're having a great day. Last video by the way was to do with pipe bands, like bagpipes. Like I said in the video before, I like bagpipes and that. It's amazing sound, great music, probably the best instrument in the world, I'd say. But enough of that. It's not in today's video. On this video, I'm actually gonna, I want to say do something different. It's still reacting to the video, but I probably know a lot of this. I'm not sure if it's gonna be different types, but it's top 10 actors you forgot who are Scottish. I probably know like a majority of actors that are Scottish, like David Tennant, Karen Gilligan, I think that's right. Sean Connery. I know he's not an actor, but Gordon Ramsay, who's a Scottish chef. But it's top 10 actors, it says. So I'm not sure if it counts like just male ones or female ones, like actresses or whatever. But I guess we'll find out. But I probably know like quite a few that actually are Scottish. So maybe they might show us in this. It's from Watch Mojo UK. I've seen some of their stuff before. But I'm not even half the stuff I am when it says top 10. Don't know, some of the stuff aren't really, I'd say, top, but this is different, I guess. So have a look.
Send in the Scots. Welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we're counting down the top 10 actors you totally forgot were Scottish.
Not me.
Oh, David Tennant.
Before
I know
begin,
that.
we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to. For various reasons, their Scottish background is often forgotten. Performers such as Isla Fisher, who was born elsewhere but to Scottish parents, aren't included today. Number 10, Ian Glenn. First up, an actor who's probably best known for two drastically different roles. Ian Glenn is both Sir Jorah Mormont in Game of Thrones and Sir Richard Carlisle in Downton Abbey.
Lady Grantham, my responsibility is to my investors. I need to keep my readership up. I leave the public spirits to government propaganda.
And while
I don't even think it was Scottish,
characters should really be subject to some kind of ultra kooky crossover show by now, they're both part of the reason you might not know that Glenn is Scottish.
I've forfeited the right to claim this song.
I generally thought he was actually
It's yours.
Born in Edinburgh, he lived there for most of his life until
I
he
thought he
moved
was
to
actually,
London after university to study
English.
acting. And so started the supposed downfall of his Scottish accent, which is pretty
That's
much
probably
non-existent
why.
now in his major teleparts.
I mean, they say they're down for his Scottish accent, but the thing is, you look at like, I don't know, wrestlers for example. You got Drew McIntyre who has a Scottish accent. He was born in like Ayr, and you've got like Ivan Niven who is born in or resorts from Kilbarney. You've got Joe Hendry, which everyone, I guess, for this time knows Joe Hendry because the memes get around of it, and you know. But they've all got Scottish accents, and I'm like saying obviously these are wrestlers, but then you've got other ones as well, like you can tell like Gordon Ramsay is Scottish because he's still got some of that Scottish accent there, but then I know he's born in Scotland anyway. David Tennant still has a Scottish accent, but I guess he didn't. I'm guessing because he's like been in London more of his life. I don't know. I don't know why he apparently lost his Scottish accent, but I mean I didn't know he was Scottish personally, so.
Number 9, Armando Iannucci. Though usually known for his writing and directing credits, Iannucci has also done some small bits of comedy and acting.
Derby County.
He created the British comedy series The Thick of It, as well as co-creating The Day to Day and I'm Alan Partridge, and was even given his own comedy show, The Armando Iannucci Shows, on Channel 4.
What about this? We all know what this is. Fire!
Both of his parents are Italian, but Iannucci was born and raised in Glasgow, living close to Doctor Who star Peter Capaldi, who later went on to play
Oh,
Malcolm
okay.
Tucker in The Thick of It. It is a small world.
It starts to break down round about here, where it goes T-A, don't piss it away.
Number 8. Shirley Henderson. You may not instantly recognise her name, but you've most definitely seen her face, especially if you're a Harry Potter fan. But if the sad, whiny, moaning
think I
Gretel
know
doesn't
she is,
register
yeah.
on your radar, Henderson was also Jude in the Bridget Jones films, and she has appeared in cult favourites like 24 Hour Party People and A Cock and Bull Story. Henderson was
I know
born
she
in
is.
Forres Moray and grew up in Kincardine, Fife, moving to London to
I know
study music
I
and
know that
drama
she's
at
Scottish.
17 in 1983. Which means she
Now
was
that I can recognise who she is, I
surprising
definitely know she's
37
Scottish.
years old when she portrayed 14-year-old Myrtle in The Chamber of Secrets. Number 7. John Barrowman.
Oh no,
The
I know
American
he was
accent
Scottish.
implies otherwise, but the ever-enthusiastic John Barrowman
Great in
is surprisingly
Dot 2
Scottish.
and
Captain Jack
Torchwood.
Harkness, 133 Squadron, Royal Air Force, American Volunteer.
Great actor.
Liar.
Born
Wasn't
in
a really big
Glasgow,
fan of,
he lived there with his family until he was
Torchwood,
8,
though.
when they moved to the US, where Barrowman adopted his stateside accent after his schoolmates made fun of his Scottish tone.
You're serious?
Luckily for us, he eventually made his way back to the UK, where he started his career on London's West End. Of course, he has since worked on British television and was famously cast as Captain Jack Harkness in Doctor Who and the sci-fi show's spin-off series Torchwood.
It's not my name. It's his.
Number 6. James McAvoy.
Yeah,
This
I
one
know.
largely
I know.
depends
I
on
know
which
he's
of James
Scottish.
McAvoy's movies you've
I know he's Scottish. Especially like obviously it says X-Men there, but there's a lot of stuff I would like to do, and I know
seen
he's
and
Scottish.
which you haven't. If, for example, you know him
Can't
best for
remember
his role as Robbie Turner in
movie.
Atonement, his Scottish
Oh yeah,
heritage
Atonement.
might
With
just
Keira
have passed you
Knightley.
by.
Could you run ahead and give this to see?
Is it Keira Knightley? No, not Keira Knightley.
I feel a bit of a fool handing it over myself.
McAvoy made quite a name for himself, especially in his early career, for playing
pretty
period
sure.
drama Englishmen or Americans.
Lionel Richie in the Wardrobe.
But he has also shown his national pride in plenty of interviews and acceptance speeches, including at the 2013 British Independent Film Awards, when he won for Filth and compared his elation to if Scotland ever won the World Cup.
Yeah.
Number 5. David Tennant.
I know that.
He is hidden in plain sight as the 10th
if everyone
Doctor
don't know he's
himself
Scottish
and
and-
Marvel's malevolent Kilgrave.
Oh, I guess that makes me the winner.
Born David John
Great role as
McDowell,
Doctor Who.
Tennant was raised in Ralston, Renfrewshire, relocating from Bathgate, West Lothian.
That film.
But his
sorry,
definitely
series
Scottish
called
background doesn't always
Good
shine
Omens.
through in the accents he employs, and he's often more
And
likely
Catherine
to
Tate as
pass
well.
English in his acting roles, whether he's delivering Shakespearean soliloquies or rattling through
No,
some
I-
time travel technobabble.
Mind you.
They say like he has You can tell he's Scottish for every time he talks. I can tell it. It's the accent and the way. Not just that. He does every single thing he does, like seeing Doctor Who, Good Omens. I don't think like he does like English. I mean, he probably can do accents, but I mean, he portrays it more. You can tell like from the way he actually plays everything, the way he talks. You can tell him. I personally think you can tell like he's got a Scottish accent and you can tell he's Scottish because of the way he talks. If that makes sense. I've always knew he was Scottish.
Like hope. Hope's a good emotion.
In interviews and during the backstage stuff, however, the brogue is back in full force.
Are you Scottish? I know you're checking for those special offers.
Careful. That was low.
Number 4, Brian Cox.
Oh,
No,
Brian
not
Cox,
the
yeah.
cheeky mop-top professor of science. We're talking the celebrated thespian Brian Cox, the
I know he
original
is.
Hannibal Lecter, and a face similar to anyone who's ever watched Super Troopers.
We keep up these low numbers, you can bet your sweet butts we're gonna get the big ugly axe.
Cox's CV is a never-ending list of film, television, radio, and even video game credits, as well as numerous
Yeah, he's
awards
been in
and
quite a few video
nominations.
games. I know that.
Although he
By the
doesn't seem to have
voiceovers and
any
that.
hint of a Scottish accent nowadays and now lives in New York City, he was born and raised in Dundee until he moved to London to study acting later in life.
Even so, I prefer to surrender to a fellow airman.
Number 3, Alan Cumming. Not only has he worked his way through theatre, television and film, Alan Cumming has also branched out into behind-the-scenes roles,
Didn't know
writing
he
and
was
even
Scottish.
singing.
I thought I'd post it on the internet, no?
Now residing in Manhattan and holding dual US-UK citizenship.
I know, obviously he played, Boris in GoldenEye. Oh, I didn't know he was actually Scottish. Interesting. I generally thought he's, like American or something like that, personally, but...
Cumming was born in Aberfeldy, Perthshire, and was raised in Angus, where he lived near Carnoustie on Scotland's east coast.
Can you hear what they're saying?
I could take a closer look.
He rarely uses his natural accent in acting roles, but if you do catch it, you may still hear a slight Scottish inflection. He even supports the Scottish Youth Theatre, which might eventually stop so many Scottish actors moving to London to study.
Yes! I am invincible!
Oh, I love that. It's one of my favourite scenes in GoldenEye. When he does that, he's like, "Yes, I am invincible," and just everything plays out. It's great.
Number 2, Robbie Coltrane. Best known for playing lovable half-giant Hagrid in the Harry Potter films, Robbie Coltrane is Scottish through and through.
Your train leaves in 10 minutes. There's your ticket. Stick to it, Harry. That's very important. Stick to it.
I know he's Scottish. I mean, I
Born
can...
in Rutherglen, South Lanarkshire, Coltrane, born Macmillan, was
can tell
educated in
as well.
Perthshire,
I
later
know.
Glasgow, and finally at the University of
Such
Edinburgh.
a great actor.
In Glasgow, Coltrane was often ridiculed at school for having a posh accent, which he toned down afterwards.
I've got 8 items!
But given that he so rarely plays Scottish characters and is instead better known for roles like the Russian gangster Valentin Zukovsky in the Bond films, the truth of Robbie's lineage often goes unnoticed.
I thought you were the one giving her the business.
Number 1, Laura Fraser. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad or its spin-off Better Call Saul, you'll know Laura Fraser as mother of meth.
I don't actually know who she is. I know that probably sounds bad, but Karen Gilligan is I know like I said before, he's obviously been in Doctor Who and quite a few other things, but he's actually an amazing actor. But I've never heard of Laura Fraser.
I appreciate you making
I don't think I have anyway. Might have seen her in some stuff.
Expect a certain threshold.
She's also famous for her performances as Dor in Neverwhere and Kate in A Knight's Tale, but because of her all-American role alongside Bryan Cranston and co, her Scottishness sometimes slips by. Another A-grade actor born and raised in Glasgow, where she studied dramatic arts, she actually still lives in Scotland, unlike a lot of today's other entries. It's a long way from there to Texas, where Breaking Bad's Lydia is based, but she makes the switch to sensational effect.
You want to talk methylamine? Then
Never
tell your
really
partner to
watched
stop
Breaking
threatening me,
Bad.
and let's talk.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo UK.
I would have because a lot of people, especially like obviously got David Tennant on the list, so that's different. But I would have put like people like I'm just gonna go Karen Gilligan and stuff like that. But there's definitely some other Scottish people that I wouldn't have thought were Scottish. I mean, I know obviously a lot of those, most of those on the list, but I wouldn't say I wouldn't know they were Scottish, a lot of them, apart from the ones I just mentioned. But I don't think there should be some other ones on the list for sure. I mean, David Tennant's obviously the most obvious one out of them all. Robert Coltrane, I guess, would be quite an obvious one, but I think it'd be a different list. But that's just me anyway. But if you like the video, feel free to get a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video. Take care and have a good night. Bye.